You already told me, sir.
And I don't know these all the things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Even last week, 2 sessions, only this boy only attending, and even the last 2 classes also no attendance. Okay,
Yes, sir.
now instead of taking much time, please go ahead, Dr. Pawan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. Just a minute. Arnab Jyoti.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. First 2 classes you are attending, na?
Yes, sir. I have attended your most of the classes. I think I missed only one.
Only. Okay. So today and day after tomorrow and next day, there are 3 classes are conducting. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Please join us. Remaining 2 classes also. We are taking 2 more classes regarding to the project analysis. Okay. So please join and 5 to 6, 2 hours. Okay. So our regional center, they are facilitating to conducting the classes based on your interesting, but only the attending the class, remaining are not attending the class. That's they are saying, sir. Okay.
Yeah, sir. Can understand.
Yeah. First 2 classes I observe, na, you are regularly attending and you are staying into 2 hours.
Yes,
When
sir.
I finish, yeah. I
So, but
know.
the other teacher, sir, he taught, so I couldn't attend his classes much. That's why I think.
Oh, yeah.
You
That's
want to-
that's their sir is saying that one.
Yeah.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay.
Actually,
So
sir,
please attend
because of this,
tomorrow and the day after
this
tomorrow.
problem also. Actually, I couldn't attend because of this. I'm in Kashmir, no, sir. I told you last time.
Yeah. Yes. You already told.
Yeah, sir. So because of sir, the recent problem that
Yeah. No problem. So today is okay. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, please attend.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Just a minute. I will start the class. In our right now we are studying in that they will this concept is will come. Already we are studying project analysis.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me your experience in the project analysis. What do you understand in project analysis?
So
You
regarding
already
project analysis,
you
I have
already
only,
studied, na?
uh, like in my UG, you mean, sir?
Yes. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, sir, we have made project for this only, mostly for animal farms only.
Yeah. Animal, any project. So
Yes,
same steps are there.
yes, sir.
You tell me first your experience, so what you are studying. So what is the importance of project and what type of concepts we are using in project analysis?
Sir, in project analysis, it is basically to help the farmer to set up a farm or anything and to see whether it will be profitable or not.
Yes.
And to see the break-even analysis also and see what will be the like consequences of his
Yeah.
production.
Okay. Mhm. Yes. So, what type of concepts they are using in project analysis?
Mm, Sir, I don't know, sir. That like I didn't
You
get you.
already told na break even point, break even analysis,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and cost, project cost and project benefit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next one is economic valuation, values of agricultural inputs.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah, not in agriculture. In agriculture means so many allied activities are there. So allied concepts, allied areas are there in agriculture.
Yes, sir.
Any areas we have to apply in the same concepts.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay, so we are calculating economic values and how much of inputs they are need to leading the this project in present and future.
Yes, sir.
So how much we have to return we are expecting.
Yes, sir.
So and we based on the inputs and returns we are take the and prepare the budget.
Yes, sir.
So that is another important thing. And next one is some carrying out feasibility studies of different projects and based in the resources constraint or prioritization resource projects. So and some important concepts in the project and any project analysis. So they are very important one by one. We are any project we are taken in the agricultural side, so we can follow these steps are very important. So first of all, in the development process, there are different types of the stakeholders, and they can take on the different projects. So in this projects, there first you can identify the projects in the economy, and that projects they give the high priority in the national development or not, and whatever project we are taken the government and the society they are supporting or not, so that can we can see and can identify the that what that type of only project in the development process. And in the any project there are three important concepts are very important, that is financial and economic and other aspects of project preparation. So in the financial means how much of finance we need so to run the this project and to launch this project, so to reach the project fruits to the people. So that is very important in financial side. So another one is economic. So economic is the very important thing. So economic means overall progress they are seeing in and other aspects of the project. There are some important preparations. Next one is how to prepare these project and what are the committing investment in development projects. So how what type of how much of cost we are preparing and how much of benefits we are expecting. These are all things can be you can discuss in the project. Okay, so first you can see what is the role and importance of the project. So in this what type of steps we are using. So first of all, simple meaning what is a project and what are the futures of project, what type of projects we are identifying. So when you are identifying that projects, so their society and government they are supporting. So otherwise, we are yes, different types of projects are there, but important projects we have to identifying that. So simply, you can tell that projects are building the blocks of an investment plan. So the plan cannot be good if it's condensement parts and the projects are factually unit. So this is the section we define the very important things. A project and defines initiatives of the concept of a project. The project generally involves spending of capital resources in order to create productive assets. So these assets then give a return over a number of years, which is tied to the life of most constraining resources. This can be there of following some important concepts. That is, a project is an investment activity meant for providing the returns for specific clientele group of specific activity and specific objective and specific area development. So it should facilitate analysis in planning, financing, implementation, monitoring, controlling, and evaluation. So these are the very important steps. First one is planning, and second one is financing, and third one is how to implementing. So next one is how to monitoring, and is there any bottlenecks can be arising in the project, how to controlling in that bottlenecks, and how to evaluation of the our project. So that is the very important steps in the any project. So the project is a proposal for an investment to create, expand, and to develop certain facilities in order to increase the production of goods and services in a community during a certain period of time. So, for evaluation purposes, a project is a unit of investment which can be distinguished technically and commercially and economically from other investment. So, this is another important thing in the project. So another one is the project is an activity for which money will be spent in an expectations of returns and which logically seems to lead to lend itself to planning, financing, and implementation as a unit. So it is the smallest operational element prepared and implemented as a separate entity in a national plan of program of agricultural development. So it is different from succeeding ones, not a retained segment of an ongoing programs. So a program is an instrument of change. It is a coordinated series of actions resulting from a policy decision to change resource combinations and levels so as to contribute to the realization of the country's development objectives. So these are the very important definitions, meanings of the project. So in every project, they have a one policy. So before launching any policy, so government they are ready to take the to conducting in the one project proposal and surveys. So they're collecting in the what are the factors at the ground level. So we are implementing and we are announcing these policies. So that is benefiting or not benefiting. So how much of cost we have to investing these investment in this project, so who are benefiting and how much of benefiting they are getting to the society or in the economy. So that is a very important importance role of the project in the economy and nature. So some important features of the project. So in that, the size of the project should be as a small as possible and should also be economically, technically, and administratively feasible. A number of projects could form a programming. The entire program could be analyzed as a single project. So this is the first feature, and second one is a project is an investment activity that can be evaluated separately. So a project can be separated into parts. Each of these can be defined as a project. So such projects should not be considered separately. So the projects are considered and evaluated at all levels, from a junior engineer to the planning commission or the World Bank. So they are also evaluated at all depths, ranging from mere inspection by experts to use of programming techniques and scientific guesswork or predictions. So this is the another one feature, and another one is that some same evaluation technique should be used to achieve consistent decisions at all levels and times of evaluations. So it is difficult to practice the same in those projects where the aims to maximize the social advantage for a whole country. So this is the main important feature of the any project. That is, the aim is to maximize the social advantages for the whole country. So that is another important feature. So all the projects, whether of public or private sector, need to be analyzed. The feasibility analysis of private sector projects would help government to approve such projects as well as to grant financial assistance. The public sector projects, on the other hand, need to be truly analyzed. So certain public sector enterprises may not yield commercial profit, but they may demand support in the form of subsidies. So another one is the biological nature of agricultural projects differentiate the agricultural project from project of other economic sectors. So this future of agriculture projects makes it hard to predict input output relationship. So any project, the main important feature is the how much of inputs we are given, so how much of output we are taken, and expectations. So this any project that we predicted the how much input output relationship. So this is the very important features of the any projects in the agriculture. So next one is some important projects concepts we are using in different projects. That is project ideas for the first develop. The development project concept is prerequisites to the decisions to proceed. Next step of identification, and the project concept express a country's development objective in the form of projects. So these are the some important concepts in the projects. There are economic valuations and evaluations, break-even points. So these are the some important concepts we are using in the project. So in this, there are plan and project relationship. So plans require projects. So development of a sound plan for an area or a country requires a great deal of knowledge about existing and potential projects. This is obvious enough for a short-term operational plan. So that is 1 to 5 years, and another one is 10 to 15 years. That is plans for a prospective plans, so which is a medium term sketch of the economic development in quantitative form. So many time periods they are designing different types of the plans to the projects. So this is the first important concept. That is and second one is the projects require plans. The economic appraisals is undertaken to find our feasible projects for implementation. The knowledge of plan helps the analyst in economic appraisal of projects. The assessment of benefits requires estimation of effective demand of the project product. The demand depends on the how the economy would develop in future. So this is turned out depend on the long term plan and policies of the government. The total demand for demand of a product can be met either by domestic production or through the imports. Here again, the government policy with respect to tariffs, comma, exchange rates, and important import controls would decide the role of each of these resources of supply in meeting the total demand. So in the project require plans, so we are seeing in the overall environment of the project. So that is a very important thing. The analysis of real cost of a project requires knowledge of the strength and securities which are operating and will operate in the economy. It is most usual to take actual prices of scarce resources, resigning at the time as a advocate measure of real security scarcities. But scarcities changes as a development process and proceeds. The future prices thus needs to be predicted and used for estimation of those cost and benefits. So this is another important thing in the project require plans. So the project planning would help the planner to guess how scarcity will change, will disguised or actual unemployment rise or fall with a balance of payments positions become a easier will the population growth continue to accelerate. So this is the project required plans in the very important concept.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, like my mother is actually calling repeatedly. I'll just tell her like I'm in class and I'll just join again. Please give me two
Okay, okay.
minutes.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is the very important concepts they are using in the project. Next one is significance of project. Project has a some important significance as a development tool that is seeking to external aid and efficient implementation unit for investment, and as a subject matter for the educational institutions. That is projects are the cutting edge of development. So this is the very important significance of the project and the project role in overall development. So this is another one. And next one is the project investment decisions. There are a number of feasible projects which can be implemented. So that is resource constraints. They need to be prioritized, and the analytical methods help in prioritizing projects. However, the project investment decision is not based slowly on this. So, funding for a program vis-a-vis a project. So, this is the another important significance. And the subject of agricultural project analysis. So, this is also another important project significance. So these are the very important significance of the projects in the agriculture sector. So the project, simply I'm telling that the project is an investment activity, so which creates assets that produce benefits over a number of years. So a project is a an important unit of development. So it is a interrelated with the plan of the country. So that is it is difficult to say which is depend on the other. So the significance of the project ranges as a unit of development and its advantages in seeking external funds and as a subject matter for educationist. So these are the some important things to the project. So processing, planning, and significance and role. So what is the importance of project? So simply we are telling that project is a one investment proposal which can be implemented and evaluated independently. So in this in project in this plan is a plan is requires number of projects. So development of sound plan for an area or a country, requires a great deal of knowledge about existing and potential projects. Plan may be of short term, medium term, or long term. So based on the time, so these plans can be dividing. So that is a short term, medium term, and long term. So time is very long, so we are taken in the long term. Time is very some certain period, so that is called medium term. So the time is very little, so that is called the short term. So based on the time period, so the three different plan can be we are taken in the nature. So this is the first aspects of the project analysis. And second one is project preparation aspects and project cycles. So what type of projects are there? So what type of aspects we are using in project preparation? So what is project cycles? So these are the another important thing in the project analysis. So in this, the project could be classified into a number of groups based on the objectives set for the projects. That is technological innovations, broadening the physical resource base, and improve the improvement in the status of disadvantaged groups, and improvement in post harvest handling and distributions. And institutions building such as a classification will help in choosing a particular project classes for a particular country depending on the internal environment, uh, the particular point of time. So a project follows a natural sequence of stages, phases. Each phase emerge from the preceding one, also leading to the next stage of the to the next stage. So these stages are identification, preparation, and analysis, appracial, implementation, and evaluation. And understanding of each stage of project cycle will help in development of sound project and its efficient implementations. So there are certain aspects of projects which must be considered in all stages of mm, all stages of this one. So project planning and implementation in order to arrive at a sound project. So these aspects are technical, institutional, organizations, managerial, social, commercial, financial, and economical. So these are all aspects will be including in the projects. So there are different types of the projects in different areas. So that is projects on technical innovations, projects on broadening physical resource base, projects on improvement of disadvantaged groups, projects on post harvest handling and distribution, projects on institution building. So these are the very important types of the projects. So one by one, I explaining in what is project on technical innovations. So the major objective of technology orientation project is modernization of agriculture by increasing the productivity of existing enterprises. The main emphasis is to raise the physical output for a unit of input. So that is increased yields for hectare or for rupee invested or for a labor unit employed. This class of projects emanate from the existence of technological package adequately tested and suitable for widespread dissemination in the large part of the country. Efficient extension machinery is also necessary to raise the skills of the farmers by early adoption and the implementation of the new technology. So this is the project on technological innovations. So second one is a project on broadening physical resource base. So these projects aim at bringing additional physical resources into production, mainly water and land. These include irrigation projects, both surface and groundwater schemes, drainage schemes, watershed-based projects involving erosion control and forestation, flood controlling, and salinity control and settlement projects involvement new land large irrigation projects in favored by the government. So this is the projects on the broadening physical resource base. So third one is projects on improvement of disadvantaged groups. The this classification of projects is oriented towards deliberate changes in the economic and welfare status of special groups. The primary aim of the project is to intervention in the market process and change the ownership structure of the factors of production and to channel the project's benefits toward designated target groups. So this classification of project has to genius in the fact that in the many societies, growth has not been accompanied by development. So in this, there are some agricultural credit projects and land settlement projects and rural development projects. So these are the very important sub areas in this classification of projects. So another one is in that projects on post harvesting, handling, and distribution. So these are essential marketing and storage projects designed to provide more orderly marketing of products and thereby reduce seasonal price fluctuations. Alternatively, where the crop is an important source of export income, the government may wish to intervene directly in the market oriented market operations. So the implementation of such project calls for heavy working capital requirements. This type of project results usually from decision on pricing policy aimed at keeping the price within the range for the population, especially the urban part. So another one is projects on institutional building. So institutional building implies deliberate measures designed to strengthen local institutions. So this can be successfully undertaken development projects and the programs. So this can be measured to increase the observative capacity of such countries to undertake agricultural investment projects require urgent attention, but development institutions have not yet found possible solution to this. So this is the very important types of the projects. So the third level intervention would be concentration on the farmers. There are two aspects in this kind, that is farm level organizations where again storage of managerial skills is always acute. So developing farmer skills so as to enable full utilization of the new technologies. So these are the very important types of the projects. Yeah, another thing is in that, so aspects in project preparations, there are so many aspects we are using in the project preparation. That is in that there are some are the very important. So in this, the first aspect is the technical, and second one is institutional, and third one is organizational, another one is managerial and social and commercial, financial, economic aspects. So these are the important aspects of the project preparation. All these aspects must be considered at every stage in the project planning and implementation cycle. So in this, so what is technical aspects? The technical aspect is concerned with the technical feasibility of the project. It concern the project's inputs and outputs of a real goods and services. So this is the technical aspects. In this, so many technical analysis. So they serve the some important purposes to the project. So in this, to establish the extent and capacity of fiscal resources for development, to establish the major physical components of the project, to establish the proposed development plan at the farm level, to provide the basis for deriving the project's cost estimates, to supply the major inputs required for the economic analysis. So these are the some important aspects in this concept. And institutional aspects. The institutional background of the project is product of country, historical evolution, and provide the framework within which the project will help operate the main task of the project preparation. So in this, the government institutions and project authority, and another one is corporate entities. So every project, there are always some corporators, they are paying some interest. So why? Because they are very much demand in that projects in the their markets. So the type of projects they are undertaken, they are taken up and running in the that projects in the economy. So why? Because they're getting in the more benefits from the society and the economy. So private entities are very important in this involvement of the projects. So uh, some is the organizational aspects. Some in the organization refers to the overall design and the structure of the body of entity that would be undertaken task of the project executions. So in this, some important points to selecting of the organizations. So in that, the existence of institution already empowered to the carry out the proposed functions. This is the first important point to selection of the organization. Second one is the sensitivity of components of the project to local conditions, to urgency of implementing the project, to the extent to which independence from the governmental bureaucracy is a prerequisites for the successful implementation of the project. Some is the internal organizations are there in this benefiting the project. So in that management also one of the important role they are playing in the selecting of this one. So in the preparation, compulsory every aspirant they are seeing in these are all things they are including these are all things. So without these concepts and steps they are following in the project, so anybody they are not interesting paying to sanctioning this project in the implementation of the project. So this is the some preparation aspects of the project. So third one is a project cycle. So a project phases through a number of phases. Can each phase not only grows out of the proceeding, but one is leads to subsequent one. It is a self renewing cycle, so that the new project eminent from the old ones in a continuous manner. So the various phases of project cycle are identification, that is the first one is first one, and preparation and analysis, appracial and implementation, monitoring and evaluation. These are the very important thing. So the first stage in the cycle is to find the potential projects. The thrust here is to uh, delineate the main outline of the project and to establish the overall viability of the project proposal. So that is very important. So in the identification, so this project we are running the long time, we are running in the short time, and we are running in the medium time. So that is how much of the viability of the project. So before identification and before starting of the project, this is a very important step. So there are some important sources from the project could be identifications are. So that is the well informed technical specialists and local leaders are common sources of information. So the technical specialist, while preparing their duties, identifying many prospective project proposals, agriculture and allied programs proposed in the plans of the country as well as states. Areas identified as a potential of further development through government surveys. It may even identify specific projects, specifically larger ones that merit consideration for future investment. So, special development programs like IRDP, so new projects emerging out of existing projects. So, these are the very important thing in the project cycle identification process in the project cycle. So, second one is preparation and analysis. So, the after identification of the project, second one is so how to prepare and how to evaluation. So, in this, once the project is identified, the process of more detailed preparation and analysis of project plan starts. In this stage, consideration must be given to each and every aspects of the project. So the first step in the stage is to take up feasibility study that will provide enough information for deciding whether to begin more advanced planning. The feasibility study provide opportunity to shape the project to fit its physical and a social environment to ensure that it will be high yielding. So this is the another important thing. Next in the appraisal. Appraisal is the leading institution or aid donor appraise the project proposal submitted by the recipient countries. Often local or domestic agencies also undertaken their own appraisal simultaneously. So appraisal is also done for the donor-client relationship relating to the financial package, conditions of disbursement, procurement, and determining the issues relating to loan negotiations. So in implementation is the most important part of the project cycle. The successful implementation and realization of the projects depends on how realistic project plan is. This reiterates the need for careful consideration to each aspects of project planning and analysis. So a flexible approach should be adapted in implementing a project. The circumstances will change from time to time, and the project manager should be able to react intelligently to such changes. So, in this implementation, they are following in these so many steps they are following in the project preparation. That is another important and monitoring. So, it is a timely collection and analysis of data on the progress of the project. So, with the objective of identifying constraints which impede successful implementations, this is highly desirable when the projects fail to be completed as per the time schedule or in the process of attaining the get goals. It is imperative to get the feedback on the problems faced so that effective measures can be taken up to plug the deficiency which hamper the speedy implementation. Monitoring is done continuously to offset various shortaging the curve from the time to time with regard to various aspects of the implementations. So monitoring is very important. So at any stage of the in our project right now in the what stage, so how they are running. So same status will be continue. So in future what happening. So that can be they are very important in the monitoring. They are finding these type of issues. So next one is evaluation. This is the last phase of the project cycle. So it is not a conformed to completed projects and can be done several times during the life of the project. The elements of success and failure of a project are analyzed so as to consider these elements in a future plans. Evaluation is taken up under the following some important concepts. So that is when the project is in trouble and needs corrective action, while planning a follow-up project when the project is terminated, is well into the routine operations. So there are some important concepts in the evaluation, that is mid-course evaluation, pre-project evaluation, concurrent evaluation, and ex-post evaluations. So these evaluation steps are the very important in the project cycle. So the project management continuously evaluates the projects during its implementation phase. The concerned ministry, the planning body, or an external assistancy agencies also undertakes evaluation in large and innovative projects. The project administrative structure may provide a separate evaluation unit responsible for monitoring the project's implementation and for bringing problems to the attention of a project's management. So, the prime criterion for evaluation of a project is the extent to which the objectives set have been achieved. So this is the project plan should be seen if it is appropriate one in the light of the objectives set for the projects. So each objective should be examined whether it was considered well or provision for it was made or not. So these things are the very important in the projects. So this is the second important aspects in the project analysis. So in this, we are discussing in the three important concepts. That is how to projects can be classified. So that is the first thing. And second one is the major dimensions of the project. So dimension is nothing but in what area this project is developed. So what type of development we are expecting in the economy and society. So that is the second one. And third one is project passes through a number of stages, and each phase not wholly grows out of the preceding one, but also leads to subsequent one. So it is another important thing in the project analysis. So these three can be can discussed in the right now. So one more concept in this that is project cost and benefits. So in this, what are the conceptual issues in cost and benefit assessments, and what is a tangible versus intangible cost and benefits? So what are the direct and indirect cost and benefits? There are three important concepts in the another important concept in the project analysis. Uh, that is conceptual issues and a benefit assessment. So any project, so you can see in these three important concept and issues. We have to see in how much of the cost, how much of the benefit. So some cost are tangible, some costs are intangible. So how to identifying in the that tangible and intangible cost and benefits also. So sometimes directly we are seeing in these things. So sometimes we are not directly you can see in these direct cost and indirect cost. So these three are the very important in the project analysis. So in this, there are The economic analysis of a project involves their comparison of cost and benefits, and identification of cost and benefits components, and their valuation is essential to determine which among the alternative projects give acceptable returns. To learn from the unit various types of tangible and intangible cost and benefits, and we have also learned how these cost and benefits are treated in financial and economic analysis of a project. So the various approaches used in project appraisals, that is with and without and before and after approaches, their understanding of these concepts and methods to help and in a appraisal of agricultural projects. So especially in the agriculture sector, so each policy they have a one project. Okay, so before launching and introducing any agricultural projects, so and any area of the agriculture, so they are the government of India and the state governments, they're conducting in the different surveys. They're launching in the different policies in the agriculture sector. So each one they have a project. So each one have a some important institutions and planning process, evaluation process, and how much of the cost and who are the benefiting and which group are they benefiting. So these are all can be they are discussing and designing and introducing in the these are agricultural policies. So in this they are very important. So any area of the projects this can be definitely they can follow and estimate the value of the economic value of the there are different types of the projects in the analysis. So this is the first important steps in the project analysis. There are four important aspects in the project analysis. So this is the first thing, and second thing is the financial aspects of the project analysis. So I'm already told that there are four important phases. So this is the first phase, and how to preparation, how to evaluation, what are the concepts. So these are the first step. And second one is in financial aspects of the project. In the financial aspects of the project analysis, so what is the pricing project and cost and benefits and the farm investment analysis, financial analysis of agri-business farms. So this can be you can discuss in the tomorrow. So tomorrow we are concentration on the what are the financial aspects of the project analysis. And next one is tomorrow we'll continue in the another thing also. So that is economic aspects of project analysis. So in the economic aspects, the project analysis, there are two important things are the very important. So in that determining economic values. So how to determining the economic values and how to aggregating project accounts. So that is also very important thing in the project analysis. So these two can be covered in the tomorrow. So one is the uh, financial aspects of the project analysis. Another one is the economic aspects of the project analysis. So these things are the next class you can see. So last class is where concentration on the so how to measures the project worth. So in this, what is the project cost, benefit analysis methods, and what are the applications of the discount measures of the project worth. So these four are the very important in the project analysis. So this is the today's session. So in the today's session, we only discussion on the what is the importance of project and what are the steps we are involving in the projects. So what type of types of the projects in the agriculture sector, and how to evaluation, why how to monitoring, so how to choosing the organization. So these are all things are the very important. So that can be, you can discuss in the today's session. Okay. So next to two classes we are concentration on the, these are all concepts, remaining concepts in the project analysis. So is there any questions from Arnab?
Sir, like, what are the, sir, different environmental factors that we have to take into account during agricultural project analysis?
In environment also we are taking the another important concepts methods, so that we can discussion in the last class.
Okay, okay, sure.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, in the, yeah, growth of the project worth, we have to see in the environmental side what type of issues they are arising. So how to evaluating in that environment side. Okay, so that can we can see in the last session.
Okay, okay, sure, sir.
So yeah, yeah, yeah. So in environment side also they are seeing in the same process. So but methods are the different. So pollution side, erosion side. Okay, so that is agriculture sector. Okay, in agriculture sector, what type of environmental problems are arising? So there are different types of the methods and tools we are using to evaluating in the environmental concern problems. So that is a important thing. Okay.
Okay, sure. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Arnab.
Yes, sir.
So next two classes also you can attend. No problem.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I don't know last week who are taking the classes.
Yeah, yeah, sir.
You attend the class?
I attended only two classes, sir, but sir, that teacher had taken around five classes, so unfortunately.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You are only attending two classes only.
Yeah, yeah, that's right, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
How
I'll
is
attend to
right
them.
now Kashmir, Arnab?
Yeah, sir, it's a little different now, we can say. Like the army deployment has been too much now here.
Too much? Oh, okay.
Let's see, sir. Let's hope war doesn't happen.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So is there security is tight right now?
Pardon, sir, I didn't get you, sir.
For army force is very tight right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like the
Oh,
mobilization of army is much greater
yeah,
than previous years.
okay, okay, okay. That is suddenly they're coming the issue, na?
Yeah, yeah. It suddenly escalated, sir. Actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why they are taking that issue?
Yeah.
Okay.
God. Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah.
Hope everything comes to normal. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Comes normal. Maybe 1 month, maybe or 2 months. The
Yeah. Hopefully, sir.
yeah, 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 yeah. No
Thank you, sir.
problem. Yes. Okay. Arab, no, don't forget the class. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll meet tomorrow, 5 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Good day,
Thank
sir.
you. Yeah. Good day.